Good morning, dear cadets. So we are in the exercise of chapter number 14. Okay, some of the exercise I have already completed. Till exercise 7 we have already discussed. Now question number 8, fill in the blanks. So the first fill in the blanks is longer line in the symbol for a cell represent its positive terminal. Positive I wrote. Next one is the combination of two or more cells is called battery. C is when current is switched on in a room heater, it gets heated. It gets heated. D number is the safety device based on the heating effect of electric current is called electric fuses. So D answer is electric fuses. Now question number 9 is mark T if the statement is true and false if it is false. So first one is to make a battery of two cells, the negative terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of other cells. False. So this is the false. Next one is when the electric current through the fuse exceeds a certain limit, the fuse wire melts and breaks. True. Next one is an electromagnet does not attract a piece of iron. False. Electromagnet attract the piece of iron. D. An electric bell has an electromagnet. True. So first one is false, second one is true, third one is false, last one is true. Okay, so this is the question number 9. Now question number 10 is, do you think an electromagnet can be used for separating plastic bag from a garbage heap? Explain. Actually, electromagnet can be used to separate the magnetic material from the heap. Okay, actually the plastic is here, that is non-magnetic material, cannot be separated by using electromagnet. Hence we cannot use electromagnet for separating the plastic from the garbage heap. So electromagnet cannot be used for separating plastic bags because they are non-magnetic material which cannot be attracted, which cannot be separated or attracted. So this is the question number 10. Question number 11 I wrote here. Question number 11 is an electrician is carrying out some repairs in your house. He wants to replace a fuse by a piece of wire. Would you agree? Give reason for your response. Just try to understand. Now one electrician has come to your home and there is a problem in the electric fuse, and here he is replacing your electric fuse with the ordinary wire or normal wire. So would you agree or not? So both condition is there. You may be agree, may not be agree. When you will be agree? When wire is having good quality, then you will be agree. What is the meaning of good quality? ISI mark should be there, its melting point should be less, then you will be agree. So I wrote here I may be agree if wire is of high quality and having ISI mark and its melting point is less. See, in electric fuse what should be there? Melting point should be less. When electric current flow beyond the permissible limit, so automatically that wire should melt and circuit gets broken and there is no flow in the current in the circuit. So your electrical appliances would be safe. Okay, so electric fuse wire, their melting point must be low only. So you may be agree if wire is of high quality. High quality means ISI mark and less melting point. Okay, you may not be agree. Why? If it is ordinary wire and quality is poor and having no ISI mark and melting point is very high, then you will not be agree. Both chances are there. So in this way, question number 11, you should write both possibility. You may be agree, may not be agree. When you will be agree, when you will not be agree, that reason you should mention. So this is the question number 11. Now question number 12 I wrote here. Question number 12 is Zubeda made an electric circuit using a cell holder shown in figure 14.4, a switch and a bulb. When she put the switch in the on position, the bulb did not glow. Help Zubeda in identifying the possible defects in the circuit. Okay, so just see. Zubeda made one electric circuit, but when she on the switch, electric bulb is not glowing. So what are the possible reasons? She might have committed some mistake. So that is the apprehension. Okay, what mistake she might have committed, that you should write. So just see here, the first mistake she might have committed, that cells are not connected through opposite terminals. Okay, if cells are connected through opposite terminal, then only electricity will flow in the wire. If they are connected, if they are not connected, means if they are connected with the same terminal, then electric current will not be flow. So that first problem she might have committed, or first mistake she might have committed. Second mistake, wire might not have connected with the terminal properly. Sometime what is there? Loose wires you have fixed with the terminals, but if they are loose, then also electric current will not be supplied through the wire. So that may be the second mistake she might have committed. Next one is bulb might be fused. Okay, bulb might be fused. That may also be the reason. That is why bulb is not glowing. So these are the three possible mistakes she might have committed while making the electric circuit. Okay, that is why her bulb is not glowing, even if she is putting the switch in on position. Okay, these are the reasons. Okay, now question number 13 is in the circuit shown in figure 14.25. So you just see the circuit in 14.25. So just see here, A, B, C, 3 bulbs are there and the switch is in off position. So first question is, would any of the bulb glow when the switch in the off position? No bulb will glow. So I wrote here no. Second one is, what will be the order in which the bulb A, B, C will glow when the switch is moved to the on position? At a time only. All bulb will glow at a time only. Correct or not? Just see, sometime what is there in your neighborhood, if electricity is not there, power cut is there, but when power comes, so at a time only all houses bulb are tube lights glow. There is no sequence that first home's bulb will glow, then second home, then third home. At a time only. So same thing is here also. In this way, your all exercise of chapter number 14 is completely completed, including fill in the blanks, true, false, everything. Okay, and the syllabus has already been completed. In this way, now entire syllabus, including NCERT exercise, I have completed. Now what I will do in upcoming days is, just see, I will start revision from chapter number 10, because till chapter number 9 you have been assessed on the basis of half yearly exam, periodic test exam and monthly test. Now beyond chapter number 9, now chapter number 10, 11, 12, what should be there? These chapters should be revised. So now tomorrow onwards what I will do? Now I will give you the revision video of chapter number 10. And now per day, now homework app is there. One day test I have conducted. So chapter numbers means revision video plus same chapter MCQ type of questions I will give. You have to solve that one and assess yourself. Okay, now their right answer also you will get. So in this way simultaneous work will be on, means revision video of that particular topic and chapter, and now MCQ type of question also. Okay, so now this process will be continued till your entire chapter gets repeated or gets completed. Okay, in this way your chapter number 14 is completely completed. Thank you for your cooperation and bearing with me. Sometime what is there, some what to say, network problem or some other problem also arises, but you people have cooperated with me and still time is there. Those who have not completed exercise, those who have not studied properly, just keep updating yourself. Still time is there. Do the work properly, so that at the end of session you should not say that our this work is not completed. Thank you.